Yo, did you know that most of the Twitch players are actually delusional when it comes to builds? So I look to silver, gold, platinum, and we can see all of the top 3 builds are the same. Emerald, diamond. Now in diamond, some people do realize that IE makes sense, right? And Master Plus. Now in Master Plus, the highest win rate with 11.3 percentage popularity with 67.6 percentage win rate. That's the most popular pick right now. If I go to EU, whatever, 75% chance, right? With 18 percentage popularity. If I go to like Korea, another good server, right? In Korea, again, this is the meta builds, and so what's wrong with this build? So, generally speaking, Guinso is quite I don't hate like Bork. Bork is definitely good in my own opinion. Definitely, it's great on Twitch, really OP. But Guinso has issues. So it provides you 30 on hit damage, right? 30 on hit, we can see it, right? And also we can visually see that you get attack speed up to 32 and some armor pen and magic pen. Now the magic pen is kinda useless. Armor pen is nice to have time to time, but only against very tank comps, right? And even then it may not be worth HP late. So here's the thing, it has approximately the same price as IE, which kinda sucks, because look, Infinity's Edge is just 200 gold more. And so people may argue that it's nice to have some AP because you reduce AP damage, but it's only 54 more. It's not much actually, because IE keeps a lot of physical damage actually, which may even out to do the Guinso's Rage Blade damage. Aside of that, people may also argue that the passive will deal more damage. The issue with that logic is that it's gonna deal a teensy bit more damage. And I don't even want you to get IE second, of course. You don't want to get IE second. That's bullshit, right? You don't want to get IE on 20% crit. Now, that's not what you want to do. You want to go for Kraken Slayer. Now, what's the reasoning behind Kraken Slayer? So, for example, I know Guinso provides more attack speed for a reason, right? It definitely provides more attack speed. Just to put it in a good perspective, right? So, Guinso provides like the on-hit proc on Bork, which is nice, I guess, and a bonus proc, and of course, like you're gonna proc like Guinso, let's say like every like 3 basic attack is like 120 damage in total, if I'm correct. Yeah, if I'm correct. Because the first 2 basic attacks are something like 60, because 30 each, right? Then what happens, the third auto attack is multiplied by 2, which means it's 60 plus 60, so it's 120, right? Every 4 basic attack, every 3, my bad. And so every 3 basic attack, Kraken Slayer does 176 damage, right? Now, and does 352 when it's stacked up completely, right? And so the other thing is to watch out for Twitch is what keeps a big chunk of AD. So what does that mean? If I press my ultimate per moment, it's actually 212 to 423. 212, 423, right? We can see it with our eyes. So what does that mean? Guinso does not get as much value out of your ultimate as much Kraken does, because it has a AD scaling. Watch out for that. Now, often what people also do, they get rounds. Rounds is a not bad item on Twitch, but it's very situational when they have a bunch of melee comps per moment, but against like comps that are either they have stuff like Zed that constantly gonna flip left and right, they have champs like Lissandra or LeBlanc that gonna go up and down. It really depends on the enemy comp, but more than often I don't really like rounds on Twitch. From my honest opinion, it's very rare if you would go for it. It's very rare, and you kinda need a Lulu as well to further amplify it, in my own personal opinion. So, what do you get right after your Kraken? Ideally, you need to get IE. Anything else doesn't necessarily feels to be good, because you already have 2 items, and this provides 75 attack damage right now, 20 crit chance, 45% crit damage, right? So for example, per moment, reset cooldowns of course, my basic attack is 647, now I know that the dummy has no HP and anything at all, but that's not really my point, right? So 248, right? 343, something like that, right? And so, just to be clear, ult scales quite well with the crit damage, right, and with the damage from Kraken. So if I ult in the moment, the crit damage can hurt quite a lot, the same way as my Kraken damage, right? Now, if I get like, let's say third item Guinso, or so people usually second item it, of course, it's not gonna be insane or anything, because what does it allow you to do? So you get like 60, right? So you get like 60 on hit damage, right? And the issue with that is simple. You can get enough value out of it, even if you have some attack speed from Q and attack range from your ultimate, because look, 353, 311, 572. And so what's gonna happen is that it does not synergize with Kraken, just to be clear. The synergy does not work in between these two, if anybody is thinking of that. It has some degree of synergy with Blade, and as I said, you can buy it slightly earlier than I, which I guess makes you a little more snowbally, but from my honest opinion, it doesn't feel to be worth. That's my own honest opinion, because then you mess up your late game scaling as well. Like with this build, you don't even have a late game. That's the core issue, right? And when it comes to like 60% crit, generally speaking, you'll be able to just pretty much like deal way more damage than you would ever do with Guinso. So I actually don't quite get it why people go so popularly for Guinso, when from my own opinion it feels to be better to actually just go for a crit build. Maybe it's nice to have like lots of attack speed and that's what people like, or they like to hear the sound effect from Guinso. I don't quite get it, but in my own opinion I think it's just better, least scaling wise, this I build. Now if you have any thoughts in the comment section, make sure to leave a comment and we can discuss. If I perhaps said something incorrectly, or perhaps you have something to add to our subject, I would definitely like to listen to everybody in the comment section if someone has something smart to say. That's it for now. Have a nice day.